Welcome back to Sabrina's Fit and Fab Over 50, where today I want to discuss one of the biggest challenges to keeping fit as we age, our diet. I'm going to share with you the changes I made in my own diet that helped me back to the road to health. It is essential to fuel the body clean with the purest food possible for both health and performance. 80% of our results in the gym come from what we eat. So even if you're putting in hours on the treadmill, it may not be enough to trim the inches off your waist when you are eating too many calories. Especially the type of calories that come from the wrong sources. Heavy fats, full-fat dairy, refined sugar, and white flour are the worst offenders. They spike your glycemic index, which causes unstable levels in your blood sugar, causing cravings, mood swings, and unused calories to be stored more easily as body fat. Your best source of fuel are complex carbohydrates like fresh fruits and vegetables, which are loaded with fiber, water, and stabilize your blood sugar. They are also filling as they take up volume in your stomach and cause the stretch receptors in your stomach to be activated. This in turn sends signals to your body so you stay fuller longer. The great news about raw food is you can eat high volume with high nutritional intensity and low caloric load. Your goal should be to strive for nutritional intensity each day with a diet of foods high in phytonutrients. Phyto is derived from the Greek word for plants. According to Beth Emily Jacobs, an expert science writer on nutrition, every bite of fruit or vegetable contains thousands of phytochemicals and antioxidants, which are healing to the body. Hippocrates knew it at the beginning of time. Let thy food be thy medicine. The American Cancer Society and the National Institutes of Health all recommend that we eat more cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, kale, cabbage, horseradish, and mustard greens to help prevent many forms of cancer. The other advantage of eating with nutritional intensity is that your body is given what it truly needs and not just empty calories which provide no nutrition. This is why people who eat a lot of refined foods are stuck in a vicious cycle. I know this firsthand as I was one of those people, still hungry because my nutritional needs had not been met. Add the fact I was eating for purely emotional reasons beyond my nutritional requirements, and the problem got even worse. You must also realize that there is no single magic berry or fruit or vegetable that is the secret to health and longevity. You want to eat the rainbow and shoot for the greatest variety each day of color in your produce. Each pigment created by Mother Nature has an additional benefit. It is the synergy of all these phytochemicals that is so medicinal, not just one. Foods to avoid as much as possible are high fructose corn syrup, which has addictive properties, and even artificial sweeteners, which can stimulate even more cravings. If you need something sweet, try agave nectar, which comes from a cactus plant and does not spike your glycemic index, or a little raw honey if you need sweetness instead of pure cane sugar. My rules that have worked for me is never skip breakfast. This is what gets your metabolism fired up for the day. Eat frequent healthy snacks and try to not go more than 3 hours without eating. Try to eat your lightest meal at night, not too close to bedtime. And drink a large glass of water before a meal when you feel hungry to make sure you're not dehydrated, as this can also make you hungry. Avoid the white bread, reach for the whole grain, or even better, skip it if you can. Make more than half your plate veggies with some lean protein and try to get in a minimum of 2 servings of fish a week if possible, high in omegas like wild salmon or sardines. If not, you want to take an omega-3 supplement. If you simply look at the American Cancer Society poster, it has the rainbow of raw food and states, reduce your risk. There is a direct correlation between the reduction of cancers with increased fruit and vegetable consumption. More truly matters. With more aging baby boomers living alone, the desire to cook decreases and the allure of fast foods increases. Not to mention the engineering behind hyper-processed foods, which makes them so addictive. It doesn't help that fast food companies spent $42 billion on marketing in 2009, According to Mark Bittman's article, Is Junk Food Really Cheaper?, which I found and came across this past Sunday New York Times. But you must realize you do have a choice and must take personal responsibility for your choices, despite the addictive allure of all the flashy ads and corner store convenience. Mark Bittman also mentioned a 2009 study by the Scripps Research Institute indicating that overconsumption of fast food triggers addiction, like neuroaddictive responses in the brain, making it harder to trigger the release of dopamine, meaning the more we eat, the more we need to eat to give us pleasure. It becomes a vicious cycle with the same mechanisms that underlie drug addiction and obesity. If you find yourself stuck in a vicious cycle you can't climb out of, it may be time to reach out for help from a support group or therapy. This will help you understand what emotions are causing you to reach for the wrong foods to fill an emotional void. In this case, it is often not what you are eating, but what is eating you. The road to healthful eating can be tough at first, but if you just keep things simple, that is the easiest way to move towards change. Eat foods as close to their natural state if possible. If you cannot pronounce the ingredients on the label, put it down and step away. Most processed foods are chemical cocktails designed to survive on store shelves for months at a time. Strive to eat healthfully every day, and on those days you fall off the wagon, remember, tomorrow is a new day and you can start over. Don't get down on yourself and let it lead into a week or a month-long backslide. I know it is often easier to change a person's religion than it is to change their eating habits. So I give you so much credit for tuning in today. Be kind to yourself when you don't have a great eating day. I promise you from my own experience, the more you swap poor food choices with the healthy ones, that you will feel empowered. Choosing health over disease saved my life. Thanks for watching today, and I'll see you next time on Sabrina's Fit and Fab Over 50.